Hello everyone, I am back here with my spinning robot tree. So in the earlier video, what we did was we added a second battery so that my motor would be like superpower, right? And so again, I just want to make sure that it still works before I do anything. And that's something that we should always do, is make sure that it works um, like it used to before we add new things. Okay, so it's working. It's going pretty fast. So the next thing I want to do is, how do I add lights to this thing? Well, the first thing we need to do is open circuit my little tree, and let's move to the whiteboard so that we can figure out how to add our light. All right, so a light is actually a LED. That's our engineering, our little engineering term for today, LED. And so I'm going to draw our LED on our circuit. Okay, and this circuit is the one that we made from the earlier video where we added two batteries, B1 and B2. Those are our two batteries, and M, that's our motor. So next to this, I'm going to draw a triangle. Oh, I don't want that. I want this. A triangle, okay, with a line like that, and a plus and a minus, okay? This is a symbol for a LED, okay? And actually, maybe I'll also draw one of these. These little arrows with the little squigglies, that represents light. So this is an LED that has light coming out. Now the light only comes out if we connect it the right way, all right? So what we're going to do is connect it like this. The plus of the lights, or the LED, connects to here. Okay, and then the minus of the light down here connects to here. And that's it. So I didn't have to draw that many lines, but all of a sudden my circuit here looks a little bit crazy, right? It's got a lot of things going on here, so let's talk about that a little bit. Let me move this over here. So if I look at this, and I'm going to draw yellow, let's look at the electricity and how it flows. So the electricity is going to start, I'm just going to say it starts down here from B2, and then it also goes through up to here. So what happens is, like, the electricity is combined. It's B1 and B2. Okay, so we got a lot of electricity coming through. It goes through here. And then now, if you remember what a circuit is a path for electricity. It's a path for electricity. So when a path is really easy, imagine like a track. You know, you're taking running laps on the track. If it's just one path, it's super easy, right? You just go and you just follow the path. But when it gets a little complicated is that, what if your path has a fork in the road? What if your path allows you to choose your own adventure? You can go in either direction. That's what we have here. So what's going to happen is that some electricity is going to go down this way through the motor and turn it on, and then come this way all the way back here. And another part of the electricity will go this way through this path and come all the way back. Okay? So another thing that we want to think about here is that electricity is not like one person. Electricity is like a lot of people. Okay? And so a lot of people are inside this battery, or a bunch of electricity. A bunch of little electricity people are inside B1 and B2. And so what's going to happen is that some of them will go through the motor, and some of them will choose the path to go through the LED. Okay? And so that's what we want to understand here. All right? So our electricity can go in two paths, but the way it works is that electricity will say, okay, when it gets to the fork in the road, it's going to say, some of you guys go through the motor, and some of you guys go through the light. And because we want to make sure that both of them turn on. And when you have it connected like this is a little vocab word for us. This is called a parallel circuit. Okay? a parallel circuit. Parallel just means that when you have two things that are like side to side like this, like two lines like this, they're parallel. So if you look at it, what are the two things that are parallel? Well, we have the motor here and the LED. They're both parallel. They're next to each other like that. All right. And so I think that's what we need to know for today about how this circuit works. Now the tricky part, how do we actually build this thing? Tricky and fun. Okay, let's go to our little screen here. And let's see if we can do this. All right. Again, it's kind of tricky, and I want you to kind of think with me. All right, so this is, okay, again, I'm going to take off the top of my tree because you can't see. Okay, so we have this. Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to remove these connections, okay? All right, so I took away this the black connector here, and let's say now I just have my B1 and B2. All right, so remember B1 is the orange battery here, B2 is over here. All right, and I'm going to go back. If you look at the top center of my screen, I'm going to remove my yellow highlights here. I need to undo. Oh, okay, let's redo that part. All right, so we want to build our circuit one connection at a time. All right, so the first connection we want to make is this one. So this one I actually didn't take apart yet, but I'll take it apart just to be clear. All right, so everything's apart now. All right, so now my minus of B1 connects to the plus of B2. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I did that, and I'm going to highlight what I've done. See, the minus of B1 connects to the plus of B2. Cool. Now, the plus of B1 connects to the plus of the motor. So I can just stick that in. Again, this is like what we did before. Okay? So the plus of B1 connects to the plus of the motor. Now, where's my light? My light is in this bag here, and there are actually two lights. There's this one. Oh, sorry. There's this one. There's also a second light. Okay. It's kind of a surprise. These lights are different colors, so you can actually choose which light you want. You can try them both, see which one you like. So I'm just going to take this one. I have no idea what color it is. We'll find out once it turns on. Okay. So I'm going to put the other light, this one, to the side for now. We don't need it. Okay. So how does the light work? Well, the colors help us, right? So we have two pins here, okay? And we have red is going to be the plus of the light, and the black is going to be the minus of the lights. All right. So let's see if we can connect this in. Now, if we look at this, if you look back on our top center of my screen here, the top of the light, sorry, the plus of the light, which is red wire, needs to connect to here, which is the plus of the motor and the plus of B1. So it's like this red wire needs to connect to this red wire, which also connects to the motor red wire. But it's not gonna work. Like, how do I stick all three? How do I connect all three? It doesn't work, right? So you might have already kind of guessed here, but inside this bag, you're gonna get this guy, this little thing here, and notice it's like a Y. It's got like a fork in a row because this is a splitter. What happens is that you get one side connects right here, okay, right here, and then it splits the path out like that. See my fingers? Two paths. So this is going to help us do it. Okay. So what we should do is this. Okay. So let's do the motor connection again. but with the splitter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to disconnect the motor. All right, let me organize myself here. Again, gets kind of crazy. I'm going to organize myself. All right, so, and then I'm going to fix my drawing. Let's update my drawing. All right, so we're back to this. All we have connected is the minus of B1 is connected to the plus of B2. Easy, that's it. That's all we got. Now, let's talk about connecting the plus of B1 to the plus of the motor. So how are we going to do that? Well, this is where we need to make a fork in the road, right? A path that's choose your own adventure. So we're going to take our little splitter thing. We're going to find the side. See, there's one side with 2 and the other side with just 1. So we want to get the 1. Find the side with just 1, and then we're going to stick red, which is this one, which is the plus of B1, into the red. Boom, like that. Okay? So what's going to happen is that this electricity can go through this red wire into this red wire, and then it can go into the red wire on both of these sides. You see there's a red wire on this side and a red wire on that side. Cool. So now I can take, where does it have to go? The plus of B1 goes to the plus of the motor. Okay. The plus of the motor. So I'm going to take, it doesn't matter which one of these. I'm just going to take this one. It doesn't matter. And, oh, check this out. This can just slide in. We want to make sure we match up the red. If you look inside, it's like 3 little pins in there. And this can just slide in. You got to make sure it matches up, and you can just push it in. There. And I want to make sure that red matches with red. Okay, and look, black already matches with black. So this is already set. That's cool. Okay, so then let's see what we got here. So going back to my circuit drawing, top, because everyone's looking at the top center of my screen. So I connected the plus of B1 to the plus of the motor, and I also connected the minus of the motor to what? Well, I didn't connect it to anywhere yet, because look, this black wire right here goes to this black wire. So that's cool. But then if I follow the black wire, it goes to here. But look, there's nothing connected right here. So what do I need to do? Well, let's make the connection, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. We can get, if we're going back to the top center of my screen, the minus of the motor, which is the black wire, connects to the minus of B2. Okay. Well, B2 is this motor right here. Or sorry, B2 is this battery right here, right? And this then needs to connect to right here. The black wire right there. Okay, but this doesn't connect. So what do we need? We need a special connector. One of these guys. Pin to pin. So one side is going to be connected to here, like that. And then the other side can now connect over here. There you go. And you can hear it spinning, right? So I'm just going to leave that on. All right. So now what we need to do is connect our lights. So what we can do, so looking at the top center of my screen, the plus of the light needs to connect to the plus of the motor, which is also connected to the plus of B1. So I'm going to get my light right here. Okay, the plus is the red wire. This needs to connect to the plus of B1, which is this red wire here, right? But it's got a fork, so this red wire is taking up, the motor is taking up this fork, this side of the fork, so then let's connect to this side of the fork. So red to red. Now this doesn't fit in there, so we need special connectors. Let's get one of these guys. Socket to socket, okay? And that's also inside this little baggie here. So one side connects here, like that. And then the other side connects to the red to red. It should stick in there and it should be the middle one, okay? Cool. All right, we are almost done making our parallel circuit. And then lastly, we have the minus of the light, which is the black wire, connects to the minus of the motor, which is also connected to the minus of B1. So the minus of the light, this is my light right here, is going to be the black wire. So I follow the black wire all the way to here. And I need to use a special connector. There's a black one that is socket to socket. Okay, I'm going to stick this in. And then I want to connect it to the black wire right here. So I stick it into there, line it up. Check it out. This one is red. And there you go. So now I have my light and my motor going at the same time. Let's check out to see how it looks. All right, here we go. We have a spinning tree and my red light on. I have actually turned off the light so you can kind of see the light better. So you can think about where do you want to put this. There are some extra sticky foam, so maybe you want to put it like this. This would be like, they're called like up lights. So what you want to do is put lights on the ground, and then you shine them up, and then it goes up against the tree, and it looks kind of cool. Okay, so we got the red light, and then the other light. I actually don't know what color it is. It's going to be up to you to figure out what color the other light is. So what you do is just take out the red light and put in the other light, and you will get the other color. All right, that is it for now. Hope you guys had fun. We learned a lot about circuits, and then not only circuits, but parallel circuits. All right, have fun, keep on building, and I will see you guys later.